Behind the Cape. Lanterns has been delayed until the end of summer 2026.
Man.
Okay, here's my problem right away. We're talking about potentially selling WB. How does all of that work, especially since James Gunn, who knows where that whole situation is going to be by that point? Are we for sure going to get this thing? What's going to happen? Are they just going to end up delaying it again? Like, this is something I really wanted to see. So, like,
I don't know. Darius didn't think that it was connected. I did. I think it has something to do with the posturing in a sale, right? Like, we're getting a lot of announcements out of DC, but in terms of things that were already on the docket and whether or not they're going to come out on time, I think is going to remain to be a little bit spotty until they work this whole sales situation out.
Yeah,
I think it's directly motivated to that. Mm-hmm. If they thought that they were going to move it immediately, then maybe whoever the purchaser was like, "Hey, I'll hold off on my lantern shit. Hold on.
Yeah,
Like, we want to try. We want to have a chance to have input on marketing on this or that, or we want to have a chance to see how this performs." We have no clue where they're at right now in a potential sale. The last I heard of it was that the Saudis and Lil Baby Ellison was, they were meeting up. They trying to put together a mega offer that Warner Brothers almost can't refuse, like a Disney acquiring Fox level type offer around like $70 billion. So, I don't know. If that don't get it done, I don't know what it is they're looking for. Maybe they're using this whole ordeal to try to drive up the value of the stock. It could be. If everybody's looking to shoot around $100 billion to try to acquire the company, maybe it's not so devalued after all.
I was going to ask, is that a good move to drum up the value considering it doesn't have real value now because it hasn't come out yet? But I see.
Well, but that's most of it. That's most of what you're looking at is speculation over what will be.
Yeah.
There isn't a slate of concrete projects outside of Man of Tomorrow and Supergirl.
And I guess in this instance, if a person bought it, they would be buying.
Oh, and Clayface. Forgot about Clayface.
Ew, gross. They would be buying into having Lanterns to then premiere and hopefully do well. So I guess that makes sense. So I don't know. I just really think they're making a bad decision. Let's talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
I'm going to start off by saying this, and I'm going to say this about another thing that we're going to talk about, but I think they're fucking up a huge opportunity here.
To try and, run behind somebody else's butt and be like somebody else. Like, come on, man, just to do the thing that you was about to do.
Man, we could have both. We could have both.
Well, I don't know if you could do the last Ronin movie and what they're proposing to do now instead at the same time. I do think that would be a bit confusing.
Maybe not at the same time, but were they planning to create a world, a cinematic universe around the last Ronin? Or was it just going to be
I thought the way that it was sounding like it was being pitched was like kind of like a one-shot deal. So like maybe you change the animation style, or you go practical. I don't know. I don't know how they were thinking about doing it.
Adult movie. And then you make the actual live action reboot PG-13.
To actually explain what we're talking about. So, is it Paramount that owns Ninja Turtles?
I can't remember.
It's either them or Universal. It's one of them.
It feels like Paramount, but I'm going to check here.
So, we talked about this a while ago, that there was a proposed Last Ronin style film for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming up. Had a director, right? And now that has been delayed indefinitely. So that's been nixed. It's Paramount, yeah. That's been nixed because they want to have a Sonic-like film for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So much more family-oriented, general audience gauged, campy style type of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which could work. I mean, that is the general tone of it. I think the idea that they would kind of be venturing into Star Wars, MCU, Doomville with a more adult tone was very interesting, right? It gives you a way of competing in that tier of media. I don't think necessarily that Sonic is in direct competition with the MCU movie that might be coming out around it, right? Like, those might be two different audiences.
Yeah.
It could be a lot of the same audience.
That's what I'm thinking.
It could be a lot of the same audience, but by and large, the Sonic audience is going to be much younger.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we're just talking about how we're going to begin to, open up this umbrella, even with the potential acquisition of Warner Brothers to young adults, to middle-aged people, right? Like, it's not enough to start talking about fucking horses and ranches, because that just shit is just not selling to 90% of America.
Sure.
Well, maybe not 90. I'd say about 60% of America. The coast and the deep south. They don't want to see that shit. They don't want to hear about ranchers in Wyoming or, drugs and illegal shit going on in Massachusetts. They're not interested. Sure. They're just not. It's not the type of content they're consuming. So I don't know, man. I can't really make heads or tails of it. They could probably end up making a more family-oriented TMNT movie, and it'll be successful. I was on the train of Last Ronin, though, personally.
Definitely a much-anticipated movie for us. You mentioned there being an overlap in people who would want to see both. I think those people, at least a majority of them, are people who would not be so confused that there is a difference between the two, especially if there's a little bit of a time difference in between when they're being released. So, I don't know. I think they definitely fucked up a potential moneymaker for them on one side, and then, something that the fans were definitely anticipating in.
Yeah, I'm with you, Black Hat. I would much rather have seen the Last Ronin version.
Same.
Also, I feel like they rolled out kind of what they wanted to do with the last Ninja Turtles movies that they made. This is the Seth Rogen one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, well, if that's the direction, then I don't think making it live action is going to increase the ceiling of that type of storyline.
Facts.
We'll see.
All right, talk to me about Toy Story 5. First of all, surprised we're here. I'm really surprised we're here.
That there's even a Toy Story 5. I'm not. Like, they gotta keep going back to the well for something.
No, you're right, and I shouldn't be so surprised considering they could have ended this thing a long ass time ago.
It should have ended with 3. It should have been over.
Yeah.
And that's what the director, oh, well, if you don't want to watch the next 2, you don't have to. The series, it can end on 3 for you. Like, Andy's arc ended on 3, so that's where it can end for you. That's not how movies work.
It's not.
It's not how movies work. You don't get to add another chapter and just say, oh, well, don't pay attention to it if you don't like it. Like, I guess, sure, yeah, in an empirical way, if I don't want to watch it, I just won't watch it. But don't pretend that it doesn't devalue the brand as a whole to have a stinker like that. Like, if you're a fan of The Godfather, right, you know that
3 is awful.
You probably don't ever talk about Godfather 3, but we all have to recognize that it happened, yes, and that it's a stain on the franchise. It just is, right? Star Wars speaks for itself. Where's another one where that's happened?
Fast and the Furious.
Thank you. Fast and the Furious, right? We were doing street races. We were stock car racing and street racing for money, and then all of a sudden we fucking Tokyo astronauts.
Drift, it's over.
And government intelligence and fucking super soldiers and shit. and the Rock can lift 2-ton plasters of concrete. It just don't act like it doesn't affect the franchise. Like, yeah, sure. If I want to cut my brain off, I could just end it after Fast 5. But I know that, like, to this day, you still recreating Paul Walker's face in the movies.
Yeah. Here's
like,
why
he's still alive.
What that director said was stupid. It'd be one thing if it was Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, and then you start naming them something different. Dog, this is Toy Story 5. That means this is a continuation of the story.
Of the same story.
You don't get to say that.
I'm also confused because at the end of Toy Story 4, Woody was with Bo Peep at that fucking RV park. He stayed with her. Mm-hmm. So how the hell is he back in the room with Bonnie?
Because he's alive and he can walk.
How the fuck did he get back? Did he
Actually,
walk?
Yeah,
Walk the fucking freeway to get back to Bonnie? How did he know how to get home?
Right. No.
How is he even back?
They have to get transported to places. We know that.
Like, that's why I know 4 was a stretch, and it was supposed to be it because you split up Buzz and Woody.
Yes.
You split up Buzz and Woody. That was supposed to be it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but shit, none of our animation shit is actually taking off. So let's just go back to the well. Let's go back to the original thing that made us buy Pixar in the fucking first place.
That is very telling that they also just can't do anything. Well,
Toy Story is what they bought Pixar for in the fucking first place.
Yeah.
And they haven't been able to move past it.
Yeah.
Not that Pixar hasn't created anything else.
Right.
Like,
I was about to say that, but then I was like, no.
They've created some other timeless classics. What I'm saying is they've never moved into an era where they can leave their begotten stuff behind, where they don't need to pull that back out every so often and refresh it. You know what I think is up next for probably like a live action revival or something like that? I was just watching it on Freeform today. The Rescuers.
Oh. The
Rescuers is due for a revival in some way, whether that's a new animation style or a live action reimagining.
Yeah.
But The Rescuers is due for sure.
I can see
that. And that came up in a different era of Disney.
Yeah.
Right? Like it was more of they weren't afraid to match adult storytelling tones with animation at that time.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to dumb it down as much.
Facts. Yeah, no, I was afraid that you were going to say live action Cars. I thought you were going that route.
That would be insane.
No,
that would be insane.
How would you even? Okay.
I don't even want to know. I don't want to think about how they would fuck that up.
Talk to me about Star Wars Visions stealing from fan fiction.
So this is hilarious, right? Star Wars Visions, if you're watching that on Disney Plus, has been accused of basically stealing an entire fight sequence from an independent filmmaker.
Yikes.
Hold on. Let me describe it and then I'll pull it up for you guys to watch. And then you can tell me. Star Wars Visions being accused of ripping off fight choreography from a fan film. Star Wars fan film was made by a Dune stunt double. So
damn.
I'm about to say this is fucking hilarious. Yeah,
the irony there.
He was made by a Dune stunt double, Lorenz Hideyoshi. I don't know if he's black or Asian.
Sounds Asian.
His first name is Lorenz, or their first name is Lorenz.
Tate.
I've never met a non-black Lorenz.
I've never met a Lorenz besides. Lorenz
you've never met a Lorenz before, like in real life?
I met a Loren. I've never met a Lorenz. I've met a Lorenzo. I've never met a Lorenz.
Same thing.
I mean, I guess
that's the same thing.
I met Lorenzos, and they weren't at the dividend meeting.
Okay. All right. Anyways, meeting. Vision Short was made by an Indian animation studio, 88 Pictures, and directed by Ishan Shukla.
You made that name up. It's not real name.
Nope. Ishan Shukla. Could have at least changed the camera angles, maybe hire action designer. Damn, he talking shit about it too. He like, no, I know you stole this shit, like for sure.
Right.
Hold on, let me pull it up. Y'all tell me if y'all see the differences.
Yeah, no, that's
similarities.
That's definitely a confidence in being like, oh nah, y'all just stole my shit straight up.
Watermark off, pussy ass nigga.
Word for word, bar for bar, you stole my shit. That's what they said. Fam, they really did take the camera angles from it.
The camera angles and everything.
Nah, fam. No. How did you think you were going to get away from it being exact 1-to-1, word for word, bar for bar? Did you not think we was going to catch you in 4K?
We can see you.
That's crazy.
Like, we can see you.
Like, I get that it's not probably the full fight scene, but fam, it's that clip. It's the exact clip.
I mean, it literally frame for frame. Like he said, you didn't even change the camera angles. Like you could.
It's like you
at
uploaded
least
it
mixed
into
it up.
Chat GPT and said, make this again.
Steal this. Steal it.
Upload this in high resolution, please.
So yeah, I don't think they're gonna have very much hard time winning that one.
No.
Doesn't seem like it.
I
think that one's gonna be pretty easy.
I think they're fairly confident in it as well, as they should be. Tom Cruise honored Debbie Allen in his acceptance speech.
That one we will play. We'll play that one.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that.
Tom Cruise got an honorary Oscar and used his acceptance speech time to honor Debbie Allen. So we will.
Debbie Allen of all people. This seems a little random. Is there a connection there that I'm not?
I think so.
Debbie Allen, Queen. You're a queen. And your impact on our industry and this world it's profound, what you've done. And you are more than a dancer, you are more than an actor, a choreographer, a director, a producer. You are a once-in-a-lifetime force of kindness and artistic expression. And you open the door for countless young artists to find their voice, their discipline, and fulfill their dreams. And you have lifted generations through your example, your excellence, and your heart. You are the very personification of the words your extraordinary mother, Vivian Ayers, wrote to be brave, be beautiful, and be free.
Oh, what? They in a relationship together.
I would say basically y'all just watched Tom Cruise game up Debbie Allen in front of her son. It looks like
they are in a relation. He hitting. That's what that sounds like. What did they do together?
I don't know.
I don't.
Then
either.
When she got up and received her honorary Oscar, she was talking about how she loved him since, or we've loved him as in black people. I was like, hold on now, Debbie. Don't speak for all of us now.
Yep.
But no, I was like, I mean, I'm a Tom Cruise fan. She's like, we've loved him since Risky Business, since you slid on that floor in that shirt. I was like, oh,
fam.
Okay.
And apparently they hit the dance floor together at one point.
They did.
Bro, they're fucking.
Maybe.
Which is not a problem. Hey,
Maybe.
More power to y'all. But what else would it have been?
Maybe she's a Scientologist as well.
Okay, well, yeah, no, that is a plot twist I didn't think about, for sure. I'm literally sitting here trying to figure out if there was anything, and it doesn't seem like there is.
That's why Tom the running fast in the videos. Oh, trying to get to Debbie? He was rubbing his ass at Debbie Allen?
Yeah. Tom Cruise and Debbie Allen just seems like a weird matchup.
Let them old folks do what they do.
But I guess if it really was Scientology, that makes so much sense. That clears my mind around that whole thing. Because if it's not, where'd y'all meet up?
As a Scientology.
How'd y'all get together? What riz did Tom Cruise spit to Debbie Allen?
He's Tom Cruise.
You still gotta talk to the woman though.
I mean,
he is Tom Cruise
for a decent amount of time, but he's Tom Cruise.
He is Tom Cruise, and I understand the appeal that he would have. But you said something to introduce yourself to the woman. What was that?
Hello, I'm Tom Cruise.
No, you can't do that.
I'm Tom Cruise.
I'm Tom Cruise is crazy.
I'm sure it's worked for him a lot.
Oh, no, it's definitely worked. Absolutely, but not with
Debbie
Debbie Allen. You know what I'm saying? You said something else. You said something else fly to tell us to Debbie Allen. I'm just wondering, what was the riz? I don't say riz. What was the
riz?
I gotta say something different. I'm not Gen Z. I gotta say something quarter zip. Anyway, that was
picture Debbie Allen in Eartha Kitt role and Tom as Eddie. Oh my god! In a reboot live action Boomerang.
Hey yo, Tony Robbins. He said, "So Debbie, do you like your meat medium rare?
Like a little pink in it, huh?
Unseasoned, perhaps." First, don't do Debbie Allen like that. Debbie and Tom probably crossed paths as producers.
Oh, they definitely crossed paths, and they've produced a lot.
I'm not doing Debbie Allen like nothing. I'm okay with her liking Tom Cruise, but I want to know what game Tom Cruise spit to approach.
Butterman said Debbie Roots is in Galveston, Texas. She pulled him.
Oh. That's how I disrespected. Touche. I understand. That's a fact.
Let's get out her business.
That's a fact. No, yeah, we probably should. But that was Behind the Cape.
That's Behind the Cape. Let us know what you thought about the takes. Put it in the prompt below. Like, share, subscribe. We're here live every Sunday at 4:30. You can catch replays Thursdays at 10 o'clock.
Yes, absolutely. And make sure that you check out our playlist full of Behind the Cape episodes where we discuss TV, film, news, and rumors that I have discussed amongst all the producers in my networking events. So make sure that you check that out. And then make sure you subscribe. We like to do this every Thursday at 10 o'clock. On time, because I don't know what CPT is. Not in my quarters, at least. Okay.